What's going on today, YouTube? Today we got another. Let me make sure that this is working. Hello. All right. Should be good to go. Hopefully it's good to go. I don't know how to turn it up. Is there a way that I could turn it up? Um, hold on one second. All right, and we're back. I got it turned up a little bit. It should be. Hopefully, I'm not sure. We'll have to check it in post production. I'm trying on something different. I'm doing a visor type thing. I used to be super into visors when my hair was super long, and then I stopped wearing them. So I'm gonna decide to grow my hair out again. See, this is where it gets kind of not good, because this side just goes back, and then this side kind of sits. So I don't know. We'll see. But today we got Miami Dolphins on the schedule. A big hot take, I guess you could say, is I have them going 7-10 and the number 10 seed in the AFC, rather than people having them at 13-4, 12-5, 11-6, 10-7, somewhere around there. I have them going the literal complete opposite and not even being remotely close to the playoffs. In fact, they are 3 games behind the number 9 seed, which is the Cleveland Browns and Raiders, who are tied at 10-7, tied with the New England Patriots at 7-10. So they're not. I don't think they're going to be that good. I think Tua is going to fail almost, essentially, like just fail as an NFL quarterback. I don't think he has any of the intangibles to be an NFL quarterback. I don't think he has the pocket presence. Definitely don't think he has the arm. Maybe some could say the mobility he could have, but even that, he hasn't showed that much mobility in his first 3 years in the NFL. So I'm not too hyped up on Tua. Other than that, yeah, obviously have Tyreek Hill. They have a great roster, but Tua's not it. Anyway, Tyreek Hill. You got a bunch of moderate good running backs, but obviously some of them are going to have to be cut because there's like 7 on the roster. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle's obviously a stud coming into his second year. I think he's going to be great, despite having to deal with Tua's flaws. A somewhat decent offensive line, and then Mike Gesicki kind of tops it off as being a somewhat moderate, great tight end at times. Then over onto the defense, obviously there's big names over there. Second year player Jalen Phillips, I think could have a breakout year this year, or more of a breakout year, I guess, because there was a lot of questions marks about him in the draft process last year. Obviously, I have Xavier Howard. Byron Jones was kind of a letdown after the massive contract they brought him in on. Jerome Baker is still there, and I'm trying to think: is there anybody else on that team that I'm instinctively missing? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. No. All right. So we're gonna get into the schedule record, or the record predictions. Yeah, record schedule, the same thing. Week 1, I have them winning against the New England Patriots. I just think with the talent spread across the Dolphins roster, that coming against a second-year Mac Jones and a kind of faltering defense under Bill Belichick, this is not one of his greatest defenses ever, especially talent-wise. I think the Dolphins can win that matchup and then lose 3 straight against some pretty tough AFC contenders in Cincinnati, Buffalo, and then the dark horse Baltimore, who I think can be sneaky good. If you haven't seen the Baltimore video, go check that out in the description. Not the description, the playlist below. Either one of them you can find it in. And then, so let me explain the three losses. Better quarterback, better quarterback, better quarterback. I think quarterback play, in my opinion, is really what it comes down to in an NFL game. Like the team is not going to score points without a good quarterback play. Aside from the wild exceptions like Derrick Henry and Titans offense for the past couple of years, Marshawn Lynch in Seattle, kind of with before Russell Wilson. Barry Sanders is another good explanation or example. Walter Payton, kind of ish. Are there any more in this decade? Adrian Peterson, these past couple of decades, Adrian Peterson is a very fine example of that with his quarterback situations that have been Christian Ponder, um, Teddy Bridgewater. I know he played with, so it's not been good. The end of Donovan McNabb's, was it Donovan McNabb? Yeah, I think it was Donovan. The end of Don. No. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I just think quarterback play makes a huge difference in NFL games, and that's just what those three teams, the Ravens, Bills, and Bengals, all have over the Dolphins. Because yeah, the Dolphins have so much talent around the roster, but have significantly worse quarterback play. Then heading into Week 5, I have them beating the New York Jets. Just don't think the Jets will take that step this year, especially with another year with Tua in the offensive system and all the weapons that they've surrounded him with. I think that could be pretty easy. Week 6, losing to the Minnesota Vikings. If you saw the Minnesota Vikings video, you know that I think that they can have one of the best offenses in the league. It's just going to be their defense that I think is going to falter and cause them to lose a lot of games. But in this situation, I just think the Dolphins' defense can't or will not withstand the offensive barrage that the Vikings bring into Miami. Week 7, Week 8, and Week 9, I have them going on a 3-game win streak against the Steelers, Lions, and Bears. And then if you look at these, similar quarterback rooms, just more talent, not on the defensive side of the ball. And I think that they could really struggle in this game against Pittsburgh with that good defense. But just seeing the Detroit Lions play this preseason, I think I'm a little lower on them than I was a few weeks ago when I made the Lions video. And then Week 9, the Bears are not good, just not good. Week 10, losing to the Cleveland Browns. I'm actually going to switch this to the Dolphins and have the Dolphins win this game. It doesn't change much or really anything at all, but it brings them a little bit closer to the ninth seed. Without Deshaun Watson, I just don't think that offense is going to run, especially with Jacoby Brissett as the starter. Week 11 is their bye. Week 12, I think they win against Houston. I just think Houston's going to have a really bad year. If you haven't seen that video, I explain in more depth as to why I think Houston Texans are going to be the worst team, if not the second worst team, bottom two at max in the NFL this year. And then another 3-game losing streak with the 49ers, Chargers, and Bills. 49ers, I think Trey Lance can play good. I think they're going to be a very good NFC contender this year. I think that they will be phenomenal if Trey Lance can be good. If he can play moderate, I think they're going to be moderate. And if he plays bad, like I said up here when I was talking about these 3 games, his quarterback play means a lot. Week 14, like I said, losing to the Chargers, and then Week 15, losing to the Bills. I just think that both of these rosters are better than the Dolphins. Better quarterback play, better running backs, better wide receivers. Maybe in the case of the Chargers, no, not. But with Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, I think the Buffalo Bills team is just stacked. Week 16, I have them losing to. I actually have them going on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game losing streak here with Green Bay and New England added on to that. I just think New England will get at least 1 game on them. And then Week 16, losing the Green Bay Packers. I could give them this game too because I don't think the Packers are going to be super good this year. And then Week 18, obviously walking all over the Jets more than likely, as it would probably come down to, depending on how the Raiders, Ravens, and Browns all play, a playoff spot. That's going to be it though. 8-9 record is what we're going to end with, not 7-10, as I gave them the Browns game considering Deshaun Watson's situation. Still leaves them in the 10th seed, still leaves them out of the playoffs, and still leaves them as a bottom 16 team in the league. Bottom 16 is not that bad, but I just wanted to say it because I don't like Tua, and that's the whole reason people are super high on the Dolphins is because Tua's a young quarterback. He's got all these weapons, and I don't think that's gonna be how it works. But to end off and say adwa, make sure to like the video, make sure to comment, and make sure to subscribe to help the channel grow. Peace.